What's up? My name is Eric Butler. This channel is called Report and Opine. I am back, and from NBC News, White House criticizes Pence for homophobic joke about Pete Buttigieg's parental leave. The former vice president joked that Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg's maternity leave to adopt newborn twins in 2021 with his husband led to transportation woes nationwide last year. Yeah, well, you should probably be thanking him for turning it into a joke because that's probably what actually happened. And he can make light of it instead of raking you over the coals for being completely incompetent. And I say incompetent, and that's me giving Pete the benefit of the doubt because I don't think, and I can't say for sure, this is a question I ask myself every day, but I don't think Pete is quite as evil as most of the establishment politicians. I think he's been manipulated a little bit further. So calling him incompetent is doing him a favor because most of these people I believe to be stone cold evil and very manipulative, and they're raking Americans over the coals to line their pockets. So Pence making a joke about this isn't really that big of a deal because it's probably actually what happened, and you shouldn't be mad at Pence because he is one of you. He is an establishment hack shill, right? He's turned on Trump and all this stuff. He is one of you, but you just don't like him because even though he might parrot every single one of your talking points, or not every single one, but 98 out of 100. And those two are going to make you angry. So he needs to apologize for a joke he made about Pete Buttigieg, little petite Pete. This is ridiculous. And why? How does somebody like that, how does somebody that's so sensitive apparently get into a position of power, right? If you're worried about a joke that a man who's no longer in office made about you, then your skin is not thick enough. Don't worry about it. Why are you worried about what Mike Pence has to say? But it's not really about that. It's about getting another victim card and saying that, oh, they're so evil. Oh, they're so evil. They're homophobes. They're scared of me. We're just living. It's about tolerance. It's all absolute nonsense. It's garbage. And everybody knows it. Not everybody. I always say that's not everybody. But most people can see right through it. They're mad at Mike Pence. Give me a break, bro. The guy's like 100 years old. He made a joke about you, even though what happened was actually probably true. And you should appreciate the fact that it was a joke and he wasn't really raking you over the coals like he should be. Former Vice President Mike Pence is facing criticism. Yeah, of course. Well, what were they going to do? Compliment him? This is ridiculous after he joked about Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg's parental leave and about postpartum depression. And that was just way out of line. They have to have control of every single thing. The language, right? The words, the dystopian doublespeak, the euphemisms. They get to control and redefine everything all the way down to what a woman actually is. But when this guy makes one joke, they're criticizing him. But they will never apologize for any of the things that they've done, ever. Their heels are dug in. Right? You just need to obey. They know all of their stuff, if taken to their logical conclusion, every single one of their talking points taken to their logical conclusion will, of course, be in direct conflict with another one of their talking points. And they're never going to say, you know what, we're right about that, our bad, let's fix it. No, they're just going to say, we know it doesn't make sense, but when we say jump, you say how high, because we're still in charge. That's what all of this is always about. And it's clearly become a running theme of this channel. Pence delivered remarks at the annual Gridiron Club dinner Saturday night. The former vice president joked that Buttigieg's 2 months of maternity leave to adopt newborn twins in 2021 led to transportation woes nationwide, the Washington Compost reported. Yeah, I mean, this is just crazy. This is despicable how demanding and how controlling they are, right? And I get it, Mike Pence isn't a comedian, but do we think for one split second? I mean, you have outlets like The Root claiming that Chris Rock is anti-black because of a joke he made. They just want control. You can't say anything. That's why they love censorship. That's why they put flags on every single one of your posts that dares to even think, not even question, but just have a thought about the approved narrative. Slap a flag on it. You can't think about that. You can't talk about that. We're going to tell you what to think. We're going to tell you what's true. Of course, all of it makes it more obvious that it's completely fake and they're just forcing it down your throat. They're constantly trying to stick a round hole into a square peg, or maybe the other way around. Who knows? When Pete's 2 children were born, he took 2 months maternity leave, whereupon thousands of travelers were stranded in airports, the air traffic system shut down, and airplanes nearly collided on our runways, Pence said. Pete is the only person in human history to have a child, and everyone else gets postpartum depression. Okay. Yeah, I mean, is it hilarious? No, but these people just, how dare you criticize us, right? And it would be okay if Pete wasn't gay. But since he's gay, he gets the card, right? Because a regular white guy, as we know, that's no good. Except for Joe Biden. He's good. We all got to love him, right? None of this makes any sense, right? We're constantly told, oh, white men are the problem. Meanwhile, we elected the oldest, whitest guy we know. We talk about systemic racism. Meanwhile, bro, Joe Biden has been a politician for 50 years. He is the system you're talking about, but you elect him anyways. None of this makes sense. It's all absolutely despicable. There's no better word for it. The White House issued a stern condemnation of Pence's remarks. You said something we don't like and take it back. A stern, like, what is he, your kid? He's a grown man. Who cares? You guys could just move on. Nobody would even know about this if you just let it roll off your back. But of course, now we're going to make a whole big scene and try to pin him as the villain, even though he hasn't been in office for years now. The former vice president's homophobic joke about Secretary Buttigieg was offensive and inappropriate. Class. I mean, these people, they're like robots. I'm offended and inappropriate. All the more so because he treated women suffering from and so now you know what a woman is, right? They couldn't tell you what a woman is, but now the women are the victim of this joke by Pence because of postpartum depression. These people are just so desperate. Buttigieg's husband rebuked Pence as well, and dude, you're just along for the ride, bro. And that picture of you guys on the swing, so corny. You guys gotta do better, man. I can't be the only, obviously I'm not, but it's like, how do people not realize how terrible this establishment is? And they do. And I think more people, the media works in two ways, I should say. The media can trick stupid people into believing completely fake, phony, false stories, right? That's point A. But they can also trick calm, rational, common sense people into believing they are in the minority, and that's not true. But they work hard at trying to make you think, oh, well, everybody, this is just all about tolerance, and you just, you're an extremist. No, bro, we all see through it. It doesn't make sense. He should apologize to women. Again, you didn't know what you know what a woman is when it works for the agenda. But then in the next sentence, a man can be a woman just because he so thinks it. And that, of course, is the pinnacle of their conflicting ideas. They're everywhere. They're all over the place. But that is the flagship of their nonsensical, radical ideas that conflict with each other immediately. And LGBTQ people who are entitled to be treated with dignity and respect. Buttigieg's husband. Okay. Sorry, I got a little mixed up there. And he's okay, whatever. Who cares? Who really cares what Pete Buttigieg's husband, Chasten, thought he posted? Look, he posted a picture on Twitter of Pete sitting there in a mask. An honest question for you, Mike Pence. After your attempted joke this weekend, if your grandchild was born prematurely and placed on a ventilator at 2 months old, their tiny fingers wrapped around yours, and the monitors beep in the background, where would you... What, bro? Why did you post this picture of Petite Pete Alfred E. Newman Buttigieg wearing a mask and AirPods at a hospital like he just had the baby? These people, man, I can't believe this. I can't believe how low the bar has gotten, right? Pence has not publicly responded to the criticism, and he shouldn't. It was a joke. Funny or not, he shouldn't respond. He should tell these people to kick rocks. But he's an establishment shield, so he's probably going to end up playing in their dirt anyways. The Biden administration should spare America the faux outrage. Yeah. That's true. That's absolutely true, according to a tweet from Mark Short. Yeah. Spare us the faux outrage. This is all they do. Short pointed to remarks Secretary of State Antony Blinken reportedly made at the dinner, saying Blinken, who is Jewish and the stepson of a Holocaust survivor, joked. Okay, now they're talking about other jokes. Who cares? They should have ended it with, yes, spare us the faux outrage. This is what they do. They have to play their victim card. They have to make you think that Mike Pence, of all people, an establishment hack shill, is the bad guy. And yeah, maybe Pence is not a great guy, but not for the reasons that they're claiming. So, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and of course, subscribe.